How different would you look and feel if you lost 15 pounds of body fat? It would be quite dramatic. Did you know you could do it in 60 days? It's true. It's going to be hard, but there's actually 5 easy steps. 5 steps. Do these 5 steps, and the odds are many of you will lose 15 pounds in 60 days. We're going to break it down. Let's go.
It's simple.
Yep, it's true. It's true.
About 2 pounds a week.
Yep, about 2 pounds a week.
This is actually, this is not crazy at all.
No.
You could do more than that. I think it's popular to sell people on the idea that they can, you could potentially do more than that. But this is about when I would present a client who's looking to hire me, and they're like, all right, Adam, what's the fastest or the best way? Like, this is the healthiest, fastest, best way we could go right here. It's about 2 pounds a week.
The turbo charge.
Yeah, yes, there's exceptions to the rule. Some do a little better and some do a little worse, but 2 pounds a week is a really sustainable, realistic, healthy fat loss goal.
Right. But now I do want to say this. It'll happen if you do every one of these steps consistently. If you do these steps half the time, well, you can cut the time. You could double the time it's going to take you to lose 15 pounds. If you do it 25% of the time, well, now it's going to take you 4 times as long. So follow these steps as we're saying them. Be consistent with them every single day, and you're going to be very happy with the results. Now, some people are going to lose less than 15. Some might even lose a little more. Some of that's determined by your genetics and how much weight you have to lose. Obviously, if you have more weight to lose, then it's going to happen a little faster than if you only have 15 pounds to lose.
I want to add to this too, that because you're basically saying lose 15 pounds of fat in this time, but you could also simultaneously build 5 or 7 pounds of muscle.
So the scale might not even reflect it.
So yeah, the scale might not reflect it, or you're going to look even better than somebody who just lost 15 pounds.
Yes.
So in 60 days, following kind of the 5 steps we're about to go over, you could really radically change your body composition.
This is a 60-day challenge. That's what I want you to think of this as if you're watching or listening to this. And so the first step, really what we're going to do is we're going to completely get away from the kind of foods that have been expertly engineered, scientifically engineered to make you overeat, okay? This is a big one. This by itself, by the way, I had clients who would lose 15 pounds from simply doing this one step over time. That's how powerful this first one is. And so what the step is, to be specific, is to only eat real food. All right, what's real food? Real food is a whole food. It's got one ingredient. It is not in a box. It is not in a package.
Not in a bag.
It's not in a bag. It's meat or fruit or vegetable. It's rice. It's potato. Like, that's it. You're not eating anything in a package. You're not eating, anything that's fast, that's considered fast or fast food. It's just real whole foods. And this, for most people, results in a natural reduction, in calories of about 500 to 700 calories. On average, about 600 calories. And this is backed by lots and lots of very well-made studies. So all you need to do with step one is do not eat anything that isn't a whole food. Just start there. That's it.
So, and notice that you didn't say, what do I season it with? And can I have chicken thighs or chicken breasts? Like, I don't overcomplicate all that.
Yep.
The one thing I will add to this is this, if you're going to be successful, planning is key, because that's where this gets challenging, is eating whole real foods, unplanned.
Can't do it on a whim.
On a whim. Right? Because
you're on a road trip.
In 60 days, you're going to go on the road. In 60 days, you're going to have a busy day at work. In 60 days, something's going to catch fire.
That's right.
So did you prepare? And I find that my clients that had the most success chose one day a week. Typically, that's a Saturday or Sunday, but it could be any day, where they're going to cook a bunch of meat in bulk and a bunch of rice or sweet potatoes. Like those, keep it simple. Pick a few meats that you really like. Pick a few carbs like sweet potatoes, yams, white rice, quinoa, something like that, and just cook those in bulk so you have them ready for you.
Right. Now, some people may ask, is bread considered a whole food? No, I don't want you to eat bread. Yes, I know there's some breads out there that are better than others, but let's just make it simple and black and white. It's one ingredient foods, and that's it. Only eat that. Be very consistent with it. By the way, you'll notice we're not telling you to cut your calories. You'll notice we're not telling you to eat less. You're still going to eat until you're satisfied. But this will result in a natural reduction in calories, which is where you get the weight loss from with this one step. Now, there is a second part to this. This is part 2, which is to eat your target body weight in grams of protein. Okay, so if you want to weigh 150 pounds, if that's 15 pounds away from where you're at now or whatever your target is, then that's what you're gonna eat in grams of protein. That means if you eat 3 meals, each meal should be 50 grams of protein. If your target body weight is 200 pounds, then that means you need to eat more grams of protein per meal. But eat your target body weight in protein. Don't miss this, not for a single day, and eat it first in the meal. So when you're looking at your plate with your whole foods and you got your chicken, you got your rice, you got your broccoli, eat the 50 grams or whatever amount of protein first, then move on for the rest of the plate and eat until you're satisfied and watch what happens to your body.
This part is huge, especially for the people that are looking for the greatest body composition change in 60 days.
Muscle gain, fat loss.
Because even if you just follow the other steps that we're going to give and you were inconsistent with the protein, you could lose the body fat, you could lose the weight. But what we hope happens in this time is not only do you lose that amount of body fat, but you also build some muscle on the way, which will show the greatest change, right? Which will change your body the most. It'll give you the greatest body composition change. And in order to do that, this part becomes extremely crucial.
Yes.
If you're consistent with this, and you follow the other steps with the lifting weights and stuff like that, you are going to see your body radically change. If you're inconsistent with this, you still can lose that fat in that time. So you could drop some body fat still in that 60 days following the other steps, but you'll miss out on the muscle being built in that time.
Yeah, so figure out for yourself what each meal, depending on how many meals you eat, the more protein you need, I do suggest that you eat more meals. So to hit 200 grams of protein, you're probably going to want to eat at least 4 meals, right? It gets very difficult to eat that much protein in just 3 meals. It's very difficult to eat that much protein in 2 meals, probably impossible with 1 meal, won't feel very good. So figure out how many meals you're going to eat and then weigh out some meat or protein to see what it looks like so you know. So, okay, this is 10 ounces of chicken or 10 ounces of steak or ground beef or whatever. This is what it looks like. Figure this out and plan ahead of time. Otherwise, you're gonna screw this up because a lot of people assume that they're eating high protein, and they often aren't. Like I said, if you want to weigh, even if you want to weigh 120 pounds, let's say this is your body, your goal body weight. You're a small female, 120 pounds, small female. Okay, that's 30 grams of that's 40 grams of protein for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Almost nobody does that for breakfast. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
Typically, I'll talk to people like this, and they'll say, "Yeah, my goal is 120 grams, or my goal is to eat high protein." I'll say, "All right, well, what do you eat for breakfast?" "Oh, breakfast is high protein." "Well, what is it?" "Oh, I have 3 scrambled eggs." "Well, congratulations, you're halfway. Not even halfway
Maybe
there."
some bacon.
Yeah, that's 18 grams of protein. That's it. So start your day off high protein. Figure out what that looks like and eat it first. If you don't finish your plate, the rest of the plate's fine. The protein is the most important part, and the fats come along with it. Typically, the meats have the fats naturally. So eat that first. Go and plan it out. It's very difficult to find whole natural food on the go. It's almost impossible to find whole natural protein on the go. Like, good luck finding 50 grams of protein that's not a protein bar or a shake. Or I don't know, a bunch of beef jerky. Like that's really,
That's about it.
Yeah, you're not going to feel good eating all that. So plan it out, eat it first, divide it up between your meals. More meals tends to make it easier for people because you'll find, especially if you're eating, upwards of 40 grams of protein in a meal, that you'll start to get
It's going to sit there like a brick.
Yeah.
You need to spread it out.
And you'll get full pretty quickly. Yeah. Today's program giveaway is MAPS Powerlift. If you want to win MAPS Powerlift, leave a comment below this video in the first 24 hours that we drop it. Also, subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications. If you do all those things and you win, we'll let you know in the comments section. We also have a sale this month on some programs. MAPS split in the anabolic metabolism bundle of programs. It's all 50% off. Just head over to mapsfitnessproducts.com and then type in the code July50 for that discount. Back to the show. Next up, and this is the final step for diet, is every meal, without exception, for the next 60 days, every single meal must be eaten while you're sitting down with the food in front of you with no distractions, no phone, no TV, nothing. It's just you and your food. This, the data shows by itself causes a natural reduction in calories to the tune of about 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you naturally eat 2,000 calories a day and all you did, and you changed nothing else, all you did was you just ate, just focused and aware and no distractions versus maybe how you always eat, which is on your phone or watching TV, you'll eat 200 less calories a day with the 2,000 calories. That's the
Just
day's
like
very
that,
consistent.
it's so simple. And if you wanted to go a little bit extra with that, you would not be reliant on washing it down with something.
Yes.
So you just ensure that you're going to have more chewing involved, which is going to help your digestion. But yeah, it's an easy way to really kind of reduce it.
But yeah, and go ahead.
Simple advice, difficult to adhere
apply.
to. Yeah, this is like one of those ones that
I think it'd be very revealing to people.
Yes, you become really aware of like how often you eat distracted when you do something.
Nowadays, always.
Because it seems so simple. It's like, oh, that's no big deal.
Everybody's on the go.
I'll just eat. That's not a problem. I'll just make sure I put my phone away or whatever like that. Like I don't do. And then you realize like, oh shit, I didn't realize how much I was eating distracted. And that mindfulness, that awareness, I think does wonders. This is why this is a step and why it actually results in so much fat loss, because a lot of people will end up eating significantly less just by paying attention.
Yeah, you don't perceive your body's satiety signals nearly as quickly when you're distracted. When you're distracted and disassociated from your body's signals, because that's what's happening.
There's lag time, yeah.
Yeah, when you're on your phone, first off, and I'm not even going to get into what you're looking at on your phone, which I'll get into in just a second. But when you're looking at your phone while you're eating, you are disassociated from your body's signals, okay? So you're not necessarily feeling those signals of satiety, and there's a lag, like you said, Justin, to the tune of, like I said, 10 to 15% more calories. Now, I'm not even adding stressful content that's on your phone. You're on your phone looking at political posts or news or whatever, or even if you're super entertained, but definitely the stressful stuff. Naturally, what tends to happen is we tend to eat more and we tend to eat faster. Faster eating results in more calories. Distracted eating results in more calories. And again, I think this is going to be very revealing. I think what's going to happen, and I'll just give away some of the secrets to this. You're going to develop a better relationship with food from this one step right here. There's a lot of stuff you don't realize if you've never done this consistently that you will realize doing it consistently. You'll start to notice things about yourself like, I think I eat too fast. And whoa, I feel much more calm. Like this is interesting. And this is harder than I thought. Like this is boring. This is boring to eat without being on my phone. That's interesting. That's very revealing.
I mean, even just prioritizing like family dinners again, like, this is a part of that, is like having that opportunity to learn more about, what's going on in your kids' lives, your wife's lives, everybody else, not being distracted, and also, really slowing down and appreciating it.
Yeah, totally. This episode is brought to you by Ketone IQ. Drink this and you're instantly in ketosis. Sharper mind, better energy. You can even try taking it before your workouts. Even if you eat carbohydrates, you have added fuel in the form of ketones. Try it out for yourself. Go to ketone.com. That's ketone.com/mind pump. That link will get you 30% off your subscription. By the way, you'll also get a free gift with your second shipment. Back to the show. All right, next step. Now we're getting to the exercise portion. You want to do strength training 2 to 3 days a week, full body. Okay, full body routine. This is going to be the most effective generic strength training routine for the vast majority of people watching this. You're looking at one exercise per body part, stick to compound lift. So a workout would look something like barbell squats, bench press, rows, overhead press, maybe a couple arm exercises, some core, and then you're done. And you want to do that about 2 or 3 days a week. Start with the big body parts, finish with the small body parts, train at a moderate to high intensity, and that's it. And doing this routine, by the way, in combination with the high protein, don't be surprised if you lose weight on the scale while simultaneously getting stronger, which is really, really cool. You'll actually find yourself on a weekly basis getting strong. In fact, I would be surprised if most people didn't notice at the end of 60 days, they were stronger than they were at the beginning.
The biggest mistake that people will make right here are the ones that are highly motivated and think that the more they do, the more they apply, the more results they'll get.
They're not. That's not true.
And so if you're following all the steps, follow the 2 to 3 days full body. Don't stay an extra hour of hammering your muscles. Don't try and go in 7 days a week of lifting. This is what happens when you have somebody who is trying to move the needle as fast as they can in a short period of time. They think that the more effort, the more work they put in the gym, the more results they'll get. You'll actually get more results doing it 2 to 3 times a week, full body routine, following all the rest of the steps, even though you'll feel tempted to want to do more. And if you want to do more, walk. That's what I always tell clients that we're motivated.
Yeah,
that
you can move more.
Yeah, like I'm not telling you to go out of your way to be sedentary. I'm saying you already did your 3 days of lifting this week. Go do some mobility. Go do some walking. Go do some mindfulness. Go do some things that are active, that are healthy, and that are good for you. But you don't need to go hit the weights more than that, especially right now.
Yeah, and again, don't be surprised if you feel stronger significantly at the end of the 60 days by following this particular strength training routine in combination with high protein. Ideally, you'd have a day off or 2 in between each workout as well. You shouldn't feel super sore after your workout. So if you do this, you're like, I'm not sore. That's a good thing. If you are super sore, the intensity was a little high. Rep count, not a huge deal. Anywhere between 5 to 15 reps is fine. So I don't care at this point with the 60-day challenge. Pick your weight, keep it at a relatively high intensity. I'm not asking you to train to failure, but the last rep should feel like a challenge of each of the exercise and have good technique with your lifts. And that's all we're going to prescribe here for a structured workout. Now, you may be wondering, cardio, activity, what do? That's the last step. Here's what you're going to do. After every single meal, I don't care if you have 2 meals or 4 meals or 5 meals, do a 10-minute walk, okay? This is going to result in an additional, for most people, roughly 30 minutes of extra activity. Now, here's why you do it after your meals versus doing it all at once, right? What's the difference between doing 30 minutes by itself and doing 10 minutes after breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Well, the data shows that you actually trend towards more fat loss when it's broken up and done postprandial or after you eat. But we definitely have data, okay, that's clear that shows this has much more of a powerful insulin sensitizing effect on the body. After you after you eat, when you go for a walk, what you're doing is you're contracting, relaxing your muscles. Think of them as sponges that you're moving and causing to suck up the glucose that you just got from the meal that you ate, that's in your blood, that's circulating, now is more likely to go into your muscles and less likely to be stored, let's say, as potential body fat. But also, insulin sensitivity is great for overall health. Staying insulin sensitive leads to a body that has more muscle, better performance, and less body fat, okay? So 10 minutes after meals, 3 times a day, is more effective overall than 30 minutes done separately. The second reason why I like this is when I have people do this after meals, if they miss 1 or 2, they at least get 1 or 2. When I tell people 30 minutes a day, if they miss it, they miss it. They tend to screw it up. This also doesn't require to change into workout clothes. It's walking. I don't need to go to the gym. I could do it anywhere. If you're at work, this is a great opportunity to walk with a coworker, have a meeting, take some voice notes, listen to some, an audiobook, whatever. So there's lots of ways to stack on top of this to make it super productive. But walking after meals, I remember speaking with Dr. Seeds a while ago about this, and he said, you know what, Sal? He goes, if everybody just did this one thing, walked after meals, he's like, we would solve a significant percentage of the pre-diabetes.
It's just one long tube, man. We need to get it all working its way through, and this helps with that whole entire process. And then it goes into when you sleep as well. You get better quality sleep because you're not stuck digesting and still having that extra energy to account for at night. So
this is the one that you do more of if you feel like it.
That's right.
This is the one that you're motivated. You're day 7 of this, you're hitting it out the park. Oh, I'm feeling good. Everything's going good. I want to do more. I'm motivated. Go walk. Go walk more. Yep. And if you lean into that The goal is in the next 60 days to be super consistent with those 5 steps. And if you do any more because you're motivated, it's go walk. You're going to crush
And
this.
just to add to this, I'll just say this. Walking for 10 minutes after meals is also a muscle building tip. And we typically talk about this, and we've talked about this tip.
Facilitates recovery.
It doesn't just facilitate recovery. Improving insulin sensitivity, here's what that means. That means when you eat something and your body releases insulin, you shuttle amino acids, which come from protein.
You use the protein.
And glycogen, which comes from the carbohydrates you ate, into your muscles more effectively. Your muscles are going to get more nutrients more effectively with the same insulin, okay? This is a muscle building tip, just like it's a fat burning tip. So this one, again, and again, I'm gonna recap. Do all 5 steps consistently. Don't miss a single day for 60 days. Report back to us. You're gonna be shocked at the results you get from these 5 easy steps. All right, I know you liked that episode. If you did, check this one out. How strong should you be? Ever wonder if you're actually strong, or at least compared to people like yourself? Today's episode, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to help you determine how strong you should be, and also talk about the steps to getting strong as fast as possible. In fact, we're going to talk about the fastest way to get bigger and stronger all at the same time.
I know keeps Adam up at night.
Yes, it does, actually. And I know that you wrote a really complex episode here, but I think Justin's metric has been the one